Over here on the top left corner, we have a drop down menu. So if you tap here, you will find workflow for mock-up and shells. Shells are those like very thin veneer layers, like little temps that you can print and place over the patient's teeth. Composite veneers as well. And then we have the implant bridge, which is not the focus of this tutorial here, but you can also create that. Let me focus, for example, here on mock-up and shells, right? So once you select the workflow over here on the top, all you have to do is to follow the steps. So if I click on templates, for example, the templates will automatically appear, and you can hover your finger or your Apple Pencil or your mouse up, and you will find the other teeth templates. For you to select them, simply tap on the name of it. All those teeth, they are replicated into final restorations. You can also export just the teeth design itself, just those teeth templates, and send it to your lab if they want to continue the workflow, for example. Then over here, if we go to the next stage, we have tools. And tools simply means that if you tap in one of those teeth, so for example here I'm selecting these central, for example, you will be able to use these commands that you see here. For example, I'm pressing buccal. So notice that the teeth now is going more buccal. Or I'm pressing lingual, and the teeth now is going more lingual. Okay, or mesial, or distal. Okay. You can also rotate the tooth. So for example, over here, I'm going to rotate. See that I'm using the button. Rotation is this red arrowed button. And you can also change its height simply by pressing on the plus sign. And over here, you'll be able to change the height of this lateral or the central, for example, as well as the width and depth. Of course, there are many other features for you to work on. So that's why we have the tutorials. So if you look over here on the top, right over here, you tap in this button called info. All right, so once it's turned on, notice that a little icon will appear, and if you tap on this icon, a little video will start to play for you to learn more on how this works. If you want to simulate this case, simply tap over here at the bottom, okay? And you'll be able to simulate the teeth on the patient's face. All right, this is for you to have a better idea if your design is following the patient's facial structures. Which leads me to actually the next step over here, which is called smile analysis. So in this smile analysis, you are able to take some measurements of the patient's teeth, for example. You go over here under measurement, and you now will see the teeth design kind of like see-through. And if you tap on one end and then tap with your finger with your Apple Pencil on the other end, you'll be able to measure the design that you are creating. Okay. Still in smile analysis, where you can do the smile facial analysis, you can also tap over here under facial flow, where it will guide you towards the dental facial proportions of the patient's face. Okay. In Mesh Editor, for those who already are familiar with the 3D dental workflow, you know that this Mesh Editor is where you can literally do like freehand adjustments onto your design. All right. There is a video where you can explore all that, and that will show you how to work. Simply tap over here right next to brushes, and you will learn how to work with the Mesh Editor. To activate the Mesh Editor, simply tap in one of these brushes, which are over here. You have inflate, flatten, deform, and it's all explained in the tutorial. And to export your case, you simply go over here to CAD preset, and you select the type of wax-up that you want. All right, so for example, if you want to do a mock-up, you simply tap mock-up, and then it will automatically create the pre-ready mock-up for you.